It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Seattle. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Throwing to start the drive. Langford. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Langford. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 93 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
He completes this to Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or a wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Corral. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Corral. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The first down throw here for Corral. He finds McCoy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken from about the 12.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we fly over the Central Valley and up to Santa Clara to check on the Niners at home at Levi's Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, over 300 yards passing in the victory with a couple of touchdown passes as well. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Taken at about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Langford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Here's Corral on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Play action here. Corral. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On second and very short, Corral got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On the counter, this is Akers. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Corral. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Langford.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down, Langford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Langford. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Cyber up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
His kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decided to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Carolina,
they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.